Okay. The reading I have for today, there's a few components to it, so I'll just go with the first set of cards and describe what I'm seeing and what I'm sensing here. There's energy being sent in one direction, messages and correspondence. And then there's a whole other host of things going on in the opposite direction that deal with contract and work and obligations. It is coming to a close. I see there's 3 8s all connected. And it's related to the energy of Scorpio, 8th house, endings, transitions, transformations, transmutation. A lot has been acquired in this area of focus and study and investment, energetically, emotionally, physically, financially. It is pretty much over with. It's like finally seeing, okay, in the context of work, say, you've been working in a certain area of study, a certain career, a certain job, and you've gotten to a turning point. You kind of maxed on something, and there's a plateau. Now, this job or this entity of focus, which could be a relationship, it could be a living, a property that you live at, and it's time to renew the lease, or it's time for an evaluation, and they're offering you a 15-cent raise. Can I survive off a 15-cent raise when inflation, everything is expanding? What you know, your capabilities, what you're offering, what you're being asked of, what's being asked of you, everything is expanding. Okay, the list is getting longer. You're starting to see more being required of you, and they're saying, I'm going to give you 15 cents, or in a lease agreement at an apartment complex, well, we're going to charge you a little more, but now you have we're going to clean the pool this year, and now you have access to your pool, or we're going to get our gym fixed, and you have access to the gym. Is the perk really worth you staying there? Is it something that would actually bring a fulfillment, a completion to you if you accept it, right? Is this same position with a 15-cent raise worth me investing another year? Is it worth me putting out more energy into it with this new, because you're not just giving, you're not just being given something, it's an incentive for you to give more, okay? So it's not necessarily a perk to say, I appreciate you or that you deserve this, but more so because I need more out of you, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. And in your heart of hearts, you know, I could stay and I can also go. I've been in this for a while. Um, I can do it. I'm capable. It's not difficult, but it has been taxing because you can see that there's the it's a excuse me, it's a reminiscent energy of another situation that you're in. So it's like two situations mirroring each other. Whether it's relationship and home, or if it's home and work or work and relationship, there's a mirroring going on. And you can start to see, if you're looking at things objectively, you can see the similarities between the two. There can be also something reoccurring as far as a do-over, something to go back to, whether it was a place of employment or a branch of employment that puts you near a vicinity or in the same line of work that you once had. It can be in a in a particular town. It could be in a particular field. Like, say you're in retail and it is conjoined, or you pick up something else, or you have a chance to um, use skills that you've already acquired to work in the same place but doing something different. Like, say you have experience at Walmart, but you go back to Walmart as an optician, or you go back to Walmart as a pharmacist, whereas before you used to work for the Walmart itself as a cashier, a stocker, or whatever. You're back in the same employment space, but you're doing something completely different that aligns with what you're at doing now. Or say you used to work in I don't know, dispatch or telecommunications or something like that, and now you're working at a police department and you're in dispatch, or you're in communicate relaying information, or you're how the women used to transfer the calls with all the cords, and let me transfer you, things like that. Like, you have a capacity to do something that you have done before, but in a different context, in a different way, but it joins skills and abilities that you have acquired from other places. That's no different than the relationship sector. It's actually taking things and skills that you have previously visited with different people that were not the end all be all, or just experiences, exposure, so that you can better do and better have the capability to do what is coming next. The thing is that the major hurdle that has been coming between you and the succession point is being deliberated once and for all. It's sitting here with the devil card, which to me is highly indicative of, and I see Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Empress, Tower, Knight of Wands on top of this devil. And it's showing me very, very clearly that something that you rushed into, that was once abundant, that was once seeing immense growth, it's actually, it was something to graduate. It was something to succeed through, not with. It is coming to a halt. Decisions being made, definitely. And this is higher than just a person being decisive, because the decisions I see are being made in a whole nother direction. And I believe that that decision is what is speed railing these other events unfolding, folding and unfolding. The contract is complete in one area of life, and a new way of doing what you already know how to do or haven't been able to express up until this point, as far as maybe you have expertise in a particular area, or in a romantic context, you are very expressive but have not been, because this environment has limited that. You weren't able to express that, or you weren't able to bring it to the forefront. It was never an opportunity for you to actually desire. It's like almost when you have the opportunity to step your foot forward and speak up and do and perform, and there's something that intervenes, and you weren't able to show your skills or show your capabilities or be looked at as a person with this power. So, though energy is being sped in one area in one way, the decision is actually it's you're being backed up by what you believe in, what you stand on, and it's very, very evident. The Knight of Pentacles is looking back towards the devil, but its horse is headed in the direction of the King of Swords on the end, and the Page of Wands and the King of Swords are looking in the same direction. So this energy is being sent out towards, we look at the left as the past and we look at the right as the future, oftentimes in these spreads. And I see everything that seems right, that has seemed right up until this point, is actually what has come to an end and what needs to be halted in its tracks, because it may be to the right, but it is not the right track. You understand? So being left or leaving or going to the left and going against the grain and things of that nature, all these idioms are coming to mind. It's as if because you've seen or been told or followed what is right, it's a propensity to think with the left mind that the right is instinctual, when really it's a learned behavior. We've learned that that is logical to do what is right, and I'm not talking about morally or ethically. They're the same word, different context. What is right and what is just, and what is right versus what is left, they're two different contexts, and that's where the deciding factor is coming. That's what's being looked at and studied here with this Eight of Pentacles. It's like, man, this is what I yielded from doing everything I was told the right way, going to the right, always taking the right turn, always, this is, and it's very calculated. And the thing is, this is not your equation. This is not your solution. This was created, this way was created by someone else who chose this and said, hey, this is the right way to do it. So this is why we do it this way. And now you're starting to go left and decide that leaving it behind is more in alignment with what you really think. There's always been conflict. That's why you couldn't get past a certain point in this area of study, this career, this relationship with this residence or whatever. It just seemed to be something else and something else and something else, because it was right for someone else. You read that one review on signing up for, the apartment. You read that one review and you kind of missed the negative, because this was right. This was right placement. This was close to work. This was convenient. This was in an area that you already know versus moving somewhere far out that would be hard to get to. It just seemed right. But upon further investigation and actually working this job, being with this person, or doing things this way that seem so right, you realize that you're not meant to move in that right motion, because what's right for them is not always what's right for you.